Twitter, YouTube, ironforgesiron.com. Chuck and I are back with our special guest, InTheWeedz. What's up, InTheWeedz?
What up, man?
What's popping with you, dog?
Cheers.
And down.
And as usual, he's liquored up, as usual.
Liquored up. Crack the bubble, man.
We're here to talk about UFC 140. An amazing card, considering the fact that 139 was a good card, too. So we got, like, two back-to-back really good UFC cards, which I'm really, really happy about. So hopefully the momentum goes until 141 coming up, and maybe Strikeforce in between that. But nonetheless, let's start it up. Not much to talk about with the first fight. Mark Hominick versus Chen Sung-jung, the Korean Zombie. 7-second knockout. Wow.
What I gotta say about that? All I gotta say about that fight is, man, I was on my way home. I had to stop and get some Popeye's chicken, and I was like, I just knew I was gonna be late for the first fight, and I was so mad that they always put a good fight first and then a shitty fight second for some reason. They always do that, and I'm always late for the event, so I missed part of the first fight. And this time it was 7 seconds. So right when I walked in, the homie 1 Million Ankles just goes. And I'm like, no, what the fuck happened? And beautiful, beautiful knockout, beautiful TKO. But Mark Hominick, what are you thinking, man? I hope you didn't sleep on Korean Zombie that much that you just come in with a leaping hook, and then Zombie step back and says, and just put you down. It was an amazing fight. I can't remember, honestly, if I picked Hominick or Korean Zombie.
You had Zombie, I believe.
In the predictions.
I think you had the Korean Zombie.
I had him by submission if I did.
Yeah.
And he proved me wrong. Happy to see that. It's kind of a weird situation now with Hominick KOing Roop and Roop KOing Zombie and Zombie KOing Hominick. The division's a little bit loopy right now. And but I'm down. Great fight. And War Korean Zombie. What about you, InTheWeedz? What do you think about the fight?
Definitely that, man. With the Korean Zombie, it's like just how you said, you called it pretty much a prediction as far as the outcome of the fight as being by submission. And he pretty much won over, like, anyone that questioned the Korean Zombies, like, full, like, pretty much being complete. They can shut up now, because that, it was like he's about, pretty much, you're getting a hook thrown at you, you got caught pretty much straight down the pipe, and in that, and he finished it. Like, he jumped on him, he swarmed him, and it was just crazy. I
can't remember. Sorry for cutting you off. I can't remember one fight really where it's been the first thing that happened was one fighter make a mistake, and the other guy literally capitalized off that mistake and finished the fight off of the first interaction. You know what I mean? That's crazy, and it was beautiful to see.
Exactly, and that was the whole thing. Like, pretty much any naysayer, anyone that pretty much didn't believe in the stand-up or even boxing and the Korean Zombie, like, now it's evident, because it only took one mistake and he put hands on him.
You know what's interesting?
One mistake and he capitalized.
You know what's interesting? If you want on paper, if I were to tell you that Hominick knocked the Korean Zombie out in 7 seconds, you wouldn't have been shocked. Dude, I think there was 5-1 odds in this. A lot of people won money. A lot of people won money in this fight. So
and I remember Hominick was excited about the matchup on Twitter, and everybody was pumped, and everybody that I know really picked him. And I don't really see a lot of people. Even I thought, I kind of went with Korean Zombie by heart, but I knew he could win it in the submission. I didn't think he was going to come out there and knock him out and capitalize off the first interaction and the first mistake Hominick made. That was just brilliant.
And one more thing to that, it like, no one could say it's luck. Like, pretty much it was just pretty much people not seeing enough of his stand-up, not knowing that he has the killer instinct. Because the thing is, people that you don't normally see as knocking out people and finishing people, they'll get a knockdown and they sort of hesitate to jump on him. Soon as he caught him, he was all over him, like crazy. So that, like, the way it is, he's a sleeper. He's one to look out for.
He pulled a Wandy, man.
One more thing.
Yeah.
I don't want to see Korean Zombie versus Haoki. I heard a few people saying that. I don't want to see it. I just don't want to see it. I don't want to see two Asian brothers, even if it's Korean in Japan. I just don't want to see it. I don't want to see it.
There's no point.
I
look at it.
I'm not KMMA all day, but I like Korean Zombie a lot, and I don't want to see. I hate to see two guys that I really like fight each other. I just don't like it.
Yeah, he just stepped up in competition pretty much with that win, and how he did.
Yeah,
he
definitely.
Stepped up in competition a lot. Yeah.
That's pretty big. Second fight, Claude Patrick versus Brian Ebersol. I thought this was a robbery. I thought Patrick won the first and third round of this fight. I was actually these guys were pretty evenly matched. I know Patrick had 13 wins going into it, and Ebersol just looks so confident every time he goes. I don't think I've ever seen a guy that I feel I watch that's so confident and just seems like he's so comfortable being. And dude, when he's being choked out, he looks like he's relaxing. He doesn't panic. He's just chilling out.
Yeah.
And there's no sense of panic in this guy when it comes to Ebersol. Nonetheless, Ebersol wins. I like Ebersol, but I can't change the fact that I know in my heart Patrick won the first and third round, and he should have won this fight.
Yeah.
What do you guys think? You guys have it the same way?
InTheWeedz?
For me, man, that fight was. I'm not gonna lie, man. I ain't give a shit about that fight. For one, for
Same
two,
here.
it wasn't. Yeah, it wasn't that good. I think it was more of like the control of when it was on the ground. If it's what I remember, you know what I'm saying. I think it was more so. I don't care about that fight. I'm not even gonna fuck with it. I saw it.
For me, this was that fight of the night where I was off doing something else. I didn't really care too much about it.
There you go.
I was packing the paraphernalia and tweeting about the 7-second knockout, but I didn't care too much for this fight. And I'm happy that it lasted a long time, the whole 15 minutes, because then I was getting down on the chicken. Because it seems like every time I turn my head or I look down or I do something, bam, the fight finishes. You know what I mean? Always. So I had 15 minutes just to eat the mashed potatoes and the chicken. So great way to go into the later part of the card.
Now, you had 10 seconds to eat the fucking mashed potatoes, man. Like that's what I said. Had I paid for that pay-per-view, man, I would have been an angry. This shit reminded me of fucking Tyson back in the day. Yo, I'm going to pay fucking 40,
This was the
50.
first.
Yeah.
yeah. Just a fast card, fast main event. It kind of sucks, but this was the first actually pay-per-view that I watched because I'm in a new home and I got a fucking huge, like, 62-inch TV and got the HD net. And we ordered this here. We all threw in $10 and did it like all the fucking people do or whatever, I guess you would say. And enjoyed it. Better than the live stream, but can't do it all the time, obviously, because it's 2011. The economy's fucked. But it was great. Gotta give props to it. Got that shit recorded.
2 hours. This whole card went 2 hours. That's quick. Yeah. That's quick compared to normally how UFC cards can drag out for three hours and plus. This one went quick. So nonetheless, I mean, the people got their money's worth because every fight was exciting. Even this Ebersol fight, I know you guys weren't really watching it. It was a decent fight. I mean, it was back and forth, but nonetheless, we go on to Tito Ortiz, the People's Champ, versus Antonio Rogerio Minotauro Nogueira. Nogueira wins. TKO. I was actually surprised Ortiz took it to him right away.
Yeah.
He came out right off the bat, just looking to initiate the strikes and try and put hands on Lil Nog. But Lil Nog did a good job not getting caught up in just a hardcore slugfest. He picked his shots, hit him with a couple good shots, I believe it was, then hit him with that one knee, and then maybe a few seconds later, hit him with that one knee, that clinching that one left knee right to the rib cage, and then just dropped him and just punished him after that. It was pretty. I kind of want to say funny in a way
brutal.
Because it was pretty fucking brutal, man. He was just to the body the whole time, and Tito was just he's got heart for just constantly, because you know that first shot was the one that really hurt, and all those shots after must have hurt like a motherfucker. Because afterwards, when he got up, he was like, ah,
Yeah.
ah.
Like, Jenna.
Like, that motherfucker looked hurt. He looked hurt. He was like, ah, ah. And he looked, I felt kind of bad after that.
Yeah, that's another thing that's fucking hilarious. Like, what it is a lot of fighters don't use body shots as much, even on the ground.
Like they,
like they think that they think that pretty much the only aim when they're on the ground is like jabs to the head, hammer fist, but like
mixing it up
those
perfectly.
Those body shots killed you, and you saw that at the end of that fight. Like you never see any fighter looking like they're crying after a fucking fight. Those body shots fucking killed you.
Yeah, those broken ribs, that's gonna fuck with you for a long time, man.
Well,
what do you think about the fight, Mr. Shada?
First off, is it broken ribs? Was there anything like that?
I have no idea at this point, but must have been a fucked up rib at the very least, bruised rib.
Maybe. It was kind of. I was rooting for both guys here. I didn't want any of these guys to lose. I was kind of sad to see both these guys go at it. The fact that Ortiz took it to him was actually pretty surprising. I thought Ortiz was going to take him down, and it was going to be, experienced wrestling versus experienced jiu-jitsu. I was actually looking forward to a mat war here.
That grappling match?
Yeah, a really good grappling match. But nonetheless, they fists went flying. When they were exchanging, I thought it could have gone either way until I saw Tito start to kind of get caught. I think he got caught with a right hand that, like, dazed him a little, and then I saw him backing up, and I said, "Uh-oh, shades of Liddell." I saw him going like this. I thought he was going to go down. Yeah. Nonetheless, here's the thing. I think that if Nogueira lost this fight, I think Nogueira would have been done. I think the fact that Ortiz lost and the way he lost, being a body shot, he still has one fight left in him and one more fight in the contract. So, I mean, it's a win-win situation. I'm happy that Ortiz is not out of the UFC, and I'm happy that Nog won and he's still in the UFC. So either way, win-win. I was rooting for Ortiz in this fight, and it has nothing to do against Nog, just because I thought Ortiz had more to, I thought he was more in danger of being cut, but that's it. Anything you guys want to add? Anything more than that?
Yeah. One thing I wanted to add to that, like, I feel exactly where you're coming from. The one thing that I look at, I mean, as everyone knows, Tito Ortiz has a huge ego, and for what it is, I think that he would have been smarter, like you said, if it was what everyone thought. It pretty much going for the takedown. That Bader fight could be the reason why he lost this fight, just for the fact that he put hands on Bader. Even though it was in a clinch, he thought, okay, bet. I knocked him out with a little clinch uppercut. Maybe I could, what I'm saying? If I knock him out, I could do it to anyone. But, like, on paper, the only way that I think that he would have had a shot at beating Nogueira would be the takedown and holding that position, either getting a decision or possibly catching him, pounding him out. But like I said, I think pretty much he respected his own stand-up too much.
Yeah. I picked Lil Nog TKO, so I'm cool with it.
And then, not for nothing, I mean, he wasn't necessarily wrong in the way that he went about fighting, because he was tagging him, just that he just got hit with a shot. It could, if they kept on going the way that it was. I mean, who knows? Maybe Ortiz could have won the fight, but he just got caught with the shot. That was it, man. Nonetheless, we go down to the co-main event. Frank Mir versus Antonio Rodrigo Minotauro Nogueira. Big Nog.
I hate this so much. I wish I could just walk away for this part of the vlog.
Now we're at this part.
I want nothing to do with this. I want nothing to do with this right now. God, man.
This.
One thing I'll say, and it fucking sucks. Frank Mir doesn't give a fuck about anyone's limbs. Like, if he gets something, he'll break it. Like, he is the least sportsman MMA fucking player, I think, in the game right now. Like, he'll snap it. Like, he'll snap it. Like, I put it like this: before, like when he sees they're about to tap, he'll cinch it in even harder and fucking try to snap the shit. Not
Because he tapped right as it broke. It seemed like.
Yeah.
So
he knew he didn't have to snap that shit.
Listen. You go into the octagon, you know you could break a limb. You do what you got to do to win at all costs, as long as it's not illegal. Here's the deal.
Yeah.
Mir did what he had to do. You know, if we're gonna get on Mir, we have to get on Aoki and all these other guys.
Yep.
You know, the guy. We all knew Nog wasn't gonna tap. We knew Nog was not gonna tap. It's not gonna happen.
It is.
Standing up, Nog had the better of him, and we all know when Mir gets flustered with shots, he crumbles. Nog was doing that. He put him against the cage.
You land one good shot on him and land the next couple, and he's done.
He started to wobble a little, and I'm kind of surprised that Nog went for the choke. I don't know why he did that.
That was his mistake.
Yeah.
I think he wanted to choke him out and make a point, but I think that was his mistake right there.
Definitely that in the whole. Cause like I said, Frank Mir is a really he's a big-headed motherfucker too. And everyone looks at Nogueira as being the best heavyweight submission player in the world for like the past few years, and I think that's exactly what it was. It was like the ego kicked in. He wanted to tap out the other person that claims that is the best heavyweight submission artist ever. Pretty much, that's what Frank Mir thinks he is.
But I mean, credit to Mir, but this isn't still an old Nogueira. You know what I'm saying? This is still an old, war-torn, fucking Nogueira. So I mean, props to you, but he's just a little past his prime. And you're right. You're still in the peak of things. Not in the peak, but you're still there, Frank Mir. You'll lose to Overeem, Lesnar.
Yeah.
Carwin again, so I don't care. It doesn't matter to me. I'm sad that he broke his arm.
Go ahead.
That was a sad thing, but I'm not gonna lie, man. That scramble right before he did break the arm was fucking crazy. Like I watched that. I rewinded that and watched that scramble probably 10 times. That was fucking. I was like, that was fucking UFC.
Just the transition.
2012 video game. Yeah, it was crazy.
Then he tried to take his back. And he fucking locked up to Kimura. Once Nog was like this, and then he reached over to try and take his back, that's when he fucked up, because he turned into the Kimura and threw his hips over, and then just started cranking. It was brilliant, like a chess match, and for him to beat him like that, I give him props. But like I said, it's a little bit older than Nogueira, sadly, and it sucks that he fucking broke his arm, because we don't know how long he'll be out for now.
Yeah, Chuck, I'm not gonna lie. Listen, I'm not gonna make excuses for Nogueira. You know, I don't want to say that he beat. Listen, he beat an old Nogueira, but that nonetheless Nogueira looked good as of late.
He did look great.
I don't want to take anything. I'm not going to take away anything from Frank Mir. Frank Mir beat him. He beat him. He definitely beat him. Nogueira. It's easy to say for me to say, no, why did Nog leave him, make him stand up and knock him out? It's so easy to do that. We all know Nogueira's a black belt in jiu-jitsu. He's just as lethal on the with the stand up as he is on the mat. So for him to go or rush the actual submission, to go for the submission, I fully understand. It's just, you know what sucks to me, man? Here's this guy's beloved figure in MMA, this beloved figure in Brazil in MMA, and to see him get injured like that after he's come back from like 2 or 3 injuries in a row, it's just wrong, man. First with the hips, and then the knees, and the staph infection, and now he's got a broken arm. It just sucks, man. Could you imagine having to fight for and every year you're injured 6-7 months out of the year? That's gotta suck.
Yeah, and he still fights. And like I was telling my girlfriend last night, right? The guy got ran over, I think, with a truck. He got ran over by a truck as a kid, and he's a fucking fighter. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You can't question his fucking cojones as far as anything. He's a fighter. He's one of the greatest ever. He's truthfully to me the best heavyweight submission artist of all time. He is what it is. He is what he is, pretty much. Like I say, he's a great fucking fighter. He is what it is.
I don't know if he's gonna retire. If he did,
I hope not.
I hope not.
Take some time comes back.
Yeah, if he did, I understand. If not, then I understand as well. But Mir did it. He did what he had to do. He won. I'm taking nothing away from Mir. Props to Mir, and I hate Mir. I absolutely friggin' hate that guy. I'm not gonna lie to you.
I hate him, man. I hate the guy so much.
I hate that guy, man. I hate that guy with a passion.
Yeah, his demeanor. Like after he wins, he's just like, yeah, I did it. Oh yeah, fuck you. I was supposed to like. He has a fucked up weird like, and I don't use this fucking word douche. But like if I did use this word douche, he's like he's the epitome of a fucking faggot Jersey Shore fucking reality show faggot. Is what it is.
Yeah, he is a douche.
The only person I could think of that is slightly douchier looking is this Dominic Cruz guy. Dominic Cruz.
He's like, put fucking hair like.
You don't get any douchier. You don't get any douchier than Dominic Cruz, man. I'm sorry.
Yeah, he probably wear fucking yellow fucking diamonds and shit.
Feel better, Nogueira.
Yeah.
Feel better, Nogueira. If you come back, man, listen. Feel better, Nogueira. That's a good luck. Speedy recovery, definitely, definitely speedy recovery. That.
Please come back soon.
Please. And you got balls, man, for not
man.
tapping, man. He's got balls for not tapping.
It was dope.
Yep.
I mean, that shit was brilliant.
Yeah, great fight. John Jones versus Lyoto Machida, the main event of the evening. Jones looked really confident going in, high-fiving people. I'll let InTheWeedz start off. What do you think of that fight?
I'm glad that you let me start off. That fight was nothing but it was what it pretty much legitimized the fact that John Jones is indeed one of the top 3 pound-for-pound fighters in the world. However, the one thing that I got from it is he isn't unbeatable because Lyoto Machida did exactly what I was wanting Rampage to do. Like, nothing against John Jones, but I want to see him tested. He pretty much rushed him. He rushed him with punches, which Rampage didn't do. Rampage pretty much trying to set up the punch. But then how they even said it in commentating that he had like a flurry of punches going towards him, and he actually caught him maybe 3 times, like 3 times that he rushed him, he caught him. And for what it is like I look at John Jones as being one of the best pound for pound fighters just for the fact that he has such great reach, and he uses that reach. Like he'll throw a punch, and as soon as he throw the punch, he'll throw a kick just to make sure that he keeps people on the outside. But with Lyoto Machida and his aggressiveness and his pretty much just going for it, like darting at him with punches, and he actually got caught a few times, I think that he is beatable. However, I don't think that there's anyone at the, you know what I'm saying, at light heavyweight that can take him out, truthfully. And another thing, it was a good thing to see him actually get caught a couple times, but then win by submission to a black belt.
Yeah.
That was crazy. Like, and he's young. Insane.
What I gotta say about that fight is, just like I said, Lyoto Machida had the speed advantage. He was fast enough inside to get in, land the shots, and get out before he could even counterpunch. He would land 3 strikes to John Jones's 1, and that's where he was winning that fight, and that's where he was winning the first round and winning the second round up until he got clipped and submitted and hit with those elbows and cut open. But every time John Jones fights, I see more holes in his game.
Yep.
And that's the truth. This time, I definitely see the fact that if you have speed, lateral, and inside and out, you can beat this guy. And if you're not like Rampage, because Rampage was trigger shy. He was afraid to counterpunch. He was afraid to finish off he set up the punches trying to counterpunch, but he would never actually counterpunch because he wouldn't. I don't know what was wrong with him in that fight. But I think there's a lot, unlike in the weeds say, I think there's people that can beat him at light heavyweight, being Dan Henderson. I think he's got a good chance if he can keep the fight standing and hit him with one good shot, which he's got the wrestling to do that. I think Rashad Evans, he should have the wrestling enough, and he trains with him and knows John Jones well enough, I think, to keep the fight standing, and he's got the speed to beat him standing and get in, land the shots, and get out and not get hit. And then I think Shogun will beat him in a rematch. And also, I think Gegard Mousasi has a really good chance if he can get some really good refine his takedown defense and do it. John Jones isn't beatable by any means. He's a big fucking huge guy for light heavyweight, and he will be at heavyweight soon enough. But I just think people need to shut the fuck up with all the GOAT talk, and he's a legend and he's a god. Like, come on, dude. Come on. For real. Fucking stop. The guy's just got a freakishly large body. It's hard to deal with. You know what I mean? He's never really been tested, like you were saying. He's never been hit besides this last fight. And he's real flashy. He goes for stuff. But he was getting flustered by Machida. You could tell. He was getting confused. He was getting a little caught up in Machida. Machida was landing those leg kicks. That was a great plan. What I'm saying, if Machida had takedown defense, wouldn't have got taken down, and had good submission defense, and didn't get choked out, he would have won that fight. There's a good chance he would have won that fight, either knocked him out or won the decision. But sad he went down like that, and sad that John Jones just dropped his unconscious body when he knew he was out cold for Arya for a few seconds. Not down with that.
If you watch this fight, I'm sure that Rashad watched this fight and felt a little bit more confident. If he didn't feel as much confident about beating John Jones, he felt a little bit more, because every time we see John, we see something that he can't do. There's a little chink in his armor, chink in his armor, and
something to exploit.
Yeah, it seems as if the way to beat Jones is to rush him with speed and get out quick. In and out, in and out.
Yeah.
At one point, I thought Machida was going to knock him out. I really felt that way. And then going into the second round, I saw Machida kind of huffing and puffing a little bit. And that's where I said, you know what, I take back what I said. That I kept on mentioning the reach advantage and how important that is for John Jones, how big of an asset it is. And
you didn't take advantage of it, really.
Yeah. The thing is, in order to get to him, you've got to step extra. You got to give a little bit extra effort each time you go to punch this guy, and that kills your stamina. Could Hendo definitely beat him? Of course, I think Hendo could beat him, but stamina is an issue with Hendo. Do I think Rashad could beat him? I definitely think Rashad could beat him. He's got the speed to do it, and he's got the wrestling to do it. The problem is does Rashad have the
strength?
No, not even that. He's got strength. And Rashad's probably the fastest. I think Rashad's probably the fastest lightweight. Light heavyweight out there. I can't think of anybody else off the top of my head that's a faster light heavyweight than Rashad Evans.
Jason Brills.
He's not going to be in.
He's just fucking with you.
Yeah, I'm just saying.
He ain't even in the UFC anymore. But if he was,
right.
He was.
But I mean, so Rashad is probably the only person that could possibly beat him. I really don't even think Rashad could beat him. I don't see anybody beating him. I'm on the hype train, man. I'm on the hype train. I know you don't agree with me. I'm on the hype train, man. I think there's nobody out there that could beat him right now. I know there's people that can, but I don't think they will beat this guy.
Get off the fucking hype train,
man,
guys.
No.
Get off that shit.
No, the huge thing with John Jones is, in my opinion, I think he is unbeatable for the moment. But if he doesn't have the perfect fight, if he's a little bit off, someone will capitalize on it. He's not that fucking invincible. Yeah, in the way it is, like I said, Machida. It's funny that of every fight that he's had, Machida pretty much wrote the blueprint on how to beat John Jones. He pretty much gave any other fighter that's out there the blueprint on how to beat him.
Carwin did it with Brock.
Listen, it's gonna be the same. It's gonna be this. It's gonna be the same thing as when Machida went 16-0, and then he was figured out, and he fucking starts dropping all these losses. You know what I mean? It's gonna be the same thing, and it's happening now. With every fight he goes on, people get more confident and see the holes, and they're gonna take advantage of that and exploit that.
Yep.
I'm on the hype train, man. I'm sorry.
Get off the hype train, guys, or else
I'm on the hype train. I really don't think I'm not gonna call this guy the GOAT. I'm not gonna call himself the greatest. I'm not saying.
I sure as hell hope not.
No. What I will say is, I think this guy is man. He's an amazing fighter. Whether you like him or not, he's an amazing fighter.
I'd fuck him up. Just saying, like
there it is. I don't know, man. But look. The first round, like I said before, Lyoto was in and out, man. He had the right game plan. Still not going after the legs that much.
More. He didn't go after him as much as he should have. He should have brutalized the fucking inside leg kicks.
That should have been the one thing that he should have done. I was actually surprised at how the fight ended. It just seemed like once he got cut, it just like took all the steam out of him, you know.
He was like, dang it.
Yeah, once he saw blood, that was it. So I don't know.
What's this red stuff coming out?
Yeah, and then of course, and the way he got choked out was kind of rough too, man. He just choked him out and just dropped him.
Brutal.
Oh, man.
It pretty much looked like a movie scene of like the evil super villain. Just
and
fucking choking a fucking innocent bystander out, drop him, and fucking walk off with an explosion behind him.
But,
and then I want to talk about real quick the Greg Jackson audio of where Greg Jackson is telling John Jones, John, go check on him. Go check on Lyoto. Make sure he's all right. Get some fans. And that's just
funny,
disrespectful. Man. It's fucked up.
How many other fighters? How many other fighters do you think that happens with though? I mean, I'm sure a lot of the fighters. I mean, they don't say. John just got exposed by it, but I'm sure that happens with a lot of fighters. You know what I'm saying?
It seemed like a pretty scumbag. The context to it was put in.
I understand.
Go get some new fans.
Like, I understand.
What the fuck?
But you know what though? But you know
that's
what?
Like, man.
You know
that's
what?
That's some real scumbag fucking shit, man.
Go ahead.
Hey, he's making a lot of sense
from a guy
for what it is. Yeah, for what it is.
Coming
like
from a guy like John Jones who claims to be so respectful and all this shit, you choke him out. You knew he was out. You drop him like a sack of potatoes, and then you don't check on him. And you have to be told to check on him. And the only reason you're checking on him is to get some new fans and put out this perception of respectfulness. Get the fuck out of here. I see through you, dog. I see through you, dog.
Hey, you know what's funny? Is like I heard that when it happened, but at the same time, I ain't really comment on it. Like, because I watch it with my girlfriend and her sister and all these other fucking people. But for what it is, that wasn't martial at all. There was nothing fucking like the martial way of fucking being a martial artist. That was crazy because it almost showed you like the whole side of like politics and pretty much just politics and MMA. Oh, go check on him to get some more fans, rather than go check on him to make sure that he's fucking good. As far as you know what I'm saying, as far as the human aspect of it, I understand exactly what you're saying. That's fucking crazy.
It's just like, man, Greg Jackson, like, you're kind of a fucking scumbag. And John Bones Jones, I hope, because that blew up in your face, exactly what you did. Go get new fans. I hope everybody sees this, because that is not going to get you new fans. People are going to be like, wow, this motherfucker's serious? That was his motive?
I'm sure. You know what, though? You got to say this.
It's going to wake up people.
You know what, though? He's probably not the only fighter that does this. He's not the only fighter.
No, but I mean, to see it, to blatantly see it, and I don't really think everybody's doing this. People. No.
I'm not saying everybody. I'm saying there's a lot of fighters.
Such little intricacies, like checking on the guy to put out the perception of being respectful to gain more fans. Like Greg Jackson is such a game planner that he fucking game plans all these little things like even that. He's even coaching him after the fight, like, Johnny, God damn it, John! Go get some more fans. This is your time.
Yeah, I'm feeling on that.
Like, that's premeditated, partner.
Yeah, like at the weigh-ins, when you dap him up at the weigh-ins, make sure you fucking pat his back too. The fuck
exactly, like, man, that's just like that's so fake, dog. I don't want that.
At least Brock kept it real when he went up to mirror his face. It was like this.
For real, dog. For real. Respect.
Brock didn't care about me. Brock didn't care about me. No. He just went straight to his face. So I don't know, man. It is what it is. I think that a lot of fighters do that. It's just John was the first one to kind of get caught, you know, or his trainer get, you know.
I think it's just that something you always do, and you shouldn't have to be told to do it, and there shouldn't be an incentive for doing it, other than the gratitude of knowing that the sportsman is okay and you didn't fucking.
In that case, of last night's fight, I understand. Like, definitely, John should have went over it, because Machida doesn't really say much about John Jones. He's really respectful. On the other case where, like, you know, you got, like, Bisping and somebody else.
Or Rampage.
Yeah, you know, like, where he really, you know, somebody who doesn't like each other, then I understand if you don't want to go over and make sure he's all right, you know, when it gets personal. But in an instance like that, you know, if either you go check on the guy because you care about him, or you don't check on the guy because you don't care about him, but don't go because you want to make more fans, you know? Like, it is what it is.
Hey, one thing just to summing it all up, it could truthfully just be for the fact the manager's fucked up for his motives as far as telling him to, but in him not doing it off the bat, I can't really shit on him because he's a young dude. You know what I'm saying? He's a young mixed martial artist. He's a young martial artist, so he was just probably so engulfed in his fucking win that he wasn't thinking, you know what I'm saying, about checking on the other guy. But like I said, had he been like, yo, go check on the dude, but then if it was like I said, get fans was the kicker that pretty much made it fucked up comment.
You know, what if Greg just said, go check on Lyoto, and he went and go check on him. I would have been
like, that's a good guy. That's a good guy. It's a good guy.
But when you go, hey, go get some fans. That's where you screw up.
Fuck, man. He's an idiot.
That's UFC 140. Great fight. Great card. Great everything, man. It's back-to-back good cards. We got Strikeforce coming up, man. I'm just going to give you a quick little thing. I got Melendez winning. I got Cyborg Santos winning. Musashi winning. And no? You think Cyborg's not going to win?
Wait, did you say Gegard's on that card?
Yeah, Gegard's on the card against Abbas St. Preux. If I pronounce.
Oh, OSP?
Yeah.
Yep, OSP St. Preux.
Fuck, man, I didn't know that.
Yeah, and then we got.
Who wins that though? I gotta give it to Musashi, man. I'm on the fucking.
I gotta give it to Musashi. I give the Cyborg fight to Hiroko. She's 16-1, JMMA all day, and she's adorable. Honto Kawaii. I think she's gonna sub out Cyborg Santos, and then the Melendez fight, I'm picking Melendez TKO.
Yeah, and
that should be a fucking great fight too.
KJ News versus Billy Evangelista. Who do you got?
That's a great fucking card, and that's going under the radar. That's next weekend.
Saturday.
Yep.
That's here in Vegas. Weekend.
Hopefully, I got some stuff coming up for you guys for the vlog and for YouTube.
Fuck KJ News.
There it is. Saturday and Sunday, I will be at the New York City Mixed Martial Arts Expo at the Javits Center. So if you see me by any chance, come say hello. I'm going to bring a camera in hopes that I could possibly get an interview with somebody or just check out the whole area. So, you know, you're probably going to see that on ironforgedesigner.com. And then,
go check it out.
Of course, you know, I'm going to be with my buddy Bloodstained Lane. So you guys, I'm definitely going to be with him. Probably watch the fight. We're going to actually probably watch the Strikeforce fight afterwards. So, you know, that's the plan. We'll see how it goes. That's it, man. In the Weeds. Thank you for coming on. We're going to have you again. We're definitely going to have you again.
Bet.
You dog.
JMMA all day. Cool motherfucker, like I said.
I like your
It's weird.
style.
Like,
In the weeds.
look, it's weird doing a video for yourself, only recording yourself, and then doing a video like actually talking to people. Cool motherfuckers, both of you.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Definitely.
You
too, brother. We'll get together and we'll vlog soon.
Yeah.
We just like always.
Yeah, check out
a lot of people who go on this vlog.
Check out
If you want
InTheWeedz.com.
to get on, come holler at us.
Go ahead, InTheWeedz. You want to say something?
Shout out Wayne Shotter. I am the InTheWeedz channel with a Z at the end. Is what it is. Nick
We'll
Diaz,
put links
what
to
up?
the YouTube
George
and the
St.
Twitter.
Pierre, you're not too cool of a guy right about now. Is what it is.
InTheWeedz.com, Zombie Prophet, everybody there, IQ Wrestler, Bloodstained Lane, the whole of Team Takeover. We are out. Thank you for watching. Add us on Twitter. You have all 3 of our Twitter names.
Just add an at above in the weeds.
Yeah.
I would presume.
Yeah, and no, he's got that's his Twitter name, and let us know what you think of what we got to say. I'm gonna be working on getting 2 big names for the vlog. We'll see how that goes, but nonetheless, thank you for watching. 41 minutes, a little long, but I think it was pretty enjoyable to watch. So, peace out, guys. Thank you for watching.